third grade friends. So today we're going to talk about Connecticut weather and climate. So to begin, we'll watch a quick little video to remind ourselves what's the difference between weather and climate. So I'm going to click on the video, and then hopefully you'll remember this from the beginning of the year in our science unit. We did a whole science unit on weather and climate. And then we'll apply that to Connecticut weather and climate, the state that we live in, right, friends?
Have you ever had to go back to your house to get a jacket because it was colder than you expected? Or have you had an outdoor event get canceled because it was raining? Weather impacts our day-to-day lives by determining what we wear and what activities we can do outdoors. Weather is defined as the conditions in the atmosphere at a specific time and place, and is described by elements that we can measure regularly. This includes temperature, air pressure, type and amount of precipitation, speed and direction of the wind, and the type and amount of cloudiness. Weather is always changing. It changes from day to day and hour to hour. As you leave the house in the morning, it can be cloudy, rainy, and cold. But by the time you leave school to go home, it is sunny, cloud-free, and warm. Next time you leave your house, look at the sky and compare the weather conditions in the morning versus the evening and see how it has changed. Even though weather is constantly changing and sometimes can seem erratic, we can come to some generalizations for these ever-changing patterns over time. That is why climate is important. Climate is the long-term average of weather over at least 30 years for a place or region. Climate helps us determine the average temperature of a place during each month of the year. It informs us what month is the rainiest or driest for a city, and what month is the warmest or coldest. Unlike weather, climate changes more slowly, often over the course of thousands of years. Another way of looking at the difference between weather and climate is that the climate tells us what type of clothes you should have in your wardrobe, but weather tells us what to wear day by day.
Okay, friends, so that was a quick refresher on weather and climate. Weather is our day-to-day, what is happening outside, and climate is a generalization for recorded data over 30 years, it said. Okay, so if I read my definition, the condition of the air at a certain time and place is weather. So for example, today's weather might be rainy and windy, but yesterday it could have been sunny and warm, all right? Climate is the weather of a place averaged over a long period of time. This includes changes in weather during seasons. So like if you go down to Florida in winter, the climate is going to be warm and about 70 degrees probably. But if you're up here, up north in the winter, it's a different story. And we're going to take a look at Connecticut. So what kinds of weather do we experience in Connecticut? Hopefully, you thought of we experience windy days, rainy days, sunny days, cold, snowy days, warm, hot, humid days. Connecticut has a lot of different weather, don't we? Okay, and Connecticut has a mild climate throughout the year. Temperatures are warm in the summer. The air can be very humid, though. Humid means there's a lot of moisture. The land along the Long Island Sound has the warmest weather in the state since it's near the water. It is coldest in the northwestern part of Connecticut. So if you ever watch the news with your parents, you notice there's a difference in like how much snow one part of the state is going to get compared to the other part, right? And that has to do with like the air coming off of the water. So along the coastline, it's kept a little warmer than what we call inland. Winter storms sometimes hit northern Connecticut. The Taconic Mountains receive the most snow. So you guys learned about that. The Taconic Mountains are part of the Appalachian Mountain Range Trail. And eastern Connecticut is the driest part of the state. Over the course of the year, the temperature typically varies from 21 degrees Fahrenheit to 84 degrees Fahrenheit and is rarely below 6 degrees Fahrenheit or above 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so let me put this in present mode so I can see this a little better. So I just took average temperatures of Manchester. So we're going to kind of look at some data and some graphs. And if we look at the month of January, the average temperature is 21 degrees Fahrenheit in January, or I mean, the minimal temperature, like the lowest it would get, and the highest it would get would be about 39 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is average, okay? There might be a day where it's a little colder, there might be a day where it's a little warmer. If we look like February, average low is 21 degrees, average high is 40 degrees. March, it's getting a little warmer. The average low is 29 degrees Fahrenheit, 49 degrees. And it continues. If you notice, like our summer months, July, the lowest temperature is about 66 degrees, highest is 86. August, 64 degrees, highest is 84 degrees. And then it starts to go down towards your winter months again. Okay. And that was like your minimum, maximum. And oh, here's your averages. Okay. So average January, 30 degrees, February 31, March 39, April 51, May 61, June 70, July 76, August 73, September gets a little cooler, 67, October 55, November 44, and December 35. So it gets colder. And then these are your inches of rain and how much rainfall we get. Remember back in our science lessons on weather and climate, like the amount of precipitation determines part of the climate there. So we're definitely not an area in Connecticut that is dry. I mean, we have lots of rainfall, right, friends? Our precipitation. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, so this is just like a line graph that shows if you look at the blue line, this is like your average temperatures going higher, right? And then it starts to drop as you go through the months. And then there's a bar graph down here with your precipitation and the maximum amount in a day. So it's average monthly and maximum amount. Okay. So what we're going to do today, and this is all Manchester data, I took the information from those charts and I put it in, this is, remember, a pictograph. So you're going to go and you're going to read our pictograph. Remember to read the key. Each snowflake represents 10 degrees, not 1 degree. Always read the key when you get a bar graph. So each of these is going to be 10 degrees. So if we were, make sure I'm not doing one of the questions on the bottom. If we wanted to know the temperature in January, the average temperature, 10, 20, 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so you're going to answer the questions at the bottom. And this is true data that I collected about the average temperatures in Manchester, Connecticut. And then I converted into a bar graph about the rain. So we have January, February, March, April, May. This is your inches of rain, total inches of rain in Manchester, Connecticut. All right, third grade friends. So today you're looking at our weather in Manchester, Connecticut. Good luck with your slides and have a good day.